Yo. Welcome back. We back with another one. Super throwback to the classics. Welcome back.
Super throwback.
The cinematic movie podcast that takes you back to the iconic films of 20 years ago and beyond on the big three, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and iTunes. I am your guy, Jay Alonso, and with me, of course, is...
David Danger Neff. What's going on, partner?
Oh, man, not too much, man. We're coming off the Super Bowl.
Yeah, how'd you enjoy it? I had a great nap.
You see my face?
I did.
You see my face?
I think everybody can see you. I had a really great nap through it. I mean, it was real nice. I didn't do anything all day, and then I heard the Super Bowl was on. I was like, this sounds like a good time for a 4-hour nap.
I'll take a little sleep.
Sounds like I didn't miss anything.
Nothing at all, sir. And if you hear me sipping on something, that's because we have a special guest. Our special guest has been on the show before. He is a family.
Well extended
said.
For sure.
Well said. Definitely extended family.
See, I'm only adopted. You're actually extended.
Yeah. Well, you're coming around.
Am I coming around now?
Yeah, you're there.
Wait until you hear my thoughts about. I'm just kidding. No, I ain't gonna do that.
Shit. But he's been on the show before. I've been on his show before, and what better way to bring him back to the show than this particular movie? And matter of fact, when we called him, he was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm there."
Yeah, no, I was actually in the car when he actually called it out because I was like, dude, we need guests. It's Black History Month. I got to celebrate my adopted people.
Yes. Yeah. But it is definitely an honor and a pleasure to bring back my guy from Twice Talk, Twice Days. What's going on, bro, man?
Man, I'm coolin', man. I greatly appreciate you coming and inviting me out, man. You know I couldn't turn y'all down, man.
It's been a minute.
Oh, man.
It's been a minute.
Remember the last time I came?
We did Gridlock.
This boy is...
Yeah,
cold.
We did Gridlock.
Hey, that's not one of your 2-minute questions.
Oh.
No, but listen, this is how far we go back. We did Gridlock from a bedroom at my mom's house.
Real rap.
The first show I ever did was in the living room of your mom's house.
Real rap.
But that was back in our just getting started days. We had 2 Temptations, one mic.
Y'all see where we at now?
Oh, you see what's going on now?
This is a studio.
We're now in the studio.
Isn't this exciting?
Yeah.
I'm still hyped about this studio. Until next month's Reddit comes in, and then it's gotta,
that ain't shit. It's all right.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you the baller here,
I said nothing about
listen.
I said it ain't shit. That's what I said. It's a major difference.
Yeah.
But Twice, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm coolin', man.
Been a minute.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
we still doing Twice Talk, man. It's always repping what over the top. And we just been going around just making sure everybody in the city know what's going on with the greatness around. And one of the great things, the Beat Network, and we just got to make sure to show major love.
Of course, man. We've done several Beat Network over the top collaborations in the past 3 years now at this point. And it's always been love, between us and y'all, man. Because we go back before all this shit even happened.
Bruh, that's like Disney and ABC.
Yeah, man. way back, except one is dominating the other, but that's all good.
So for those who
don't pay each other.
Yeah. You got a question?
Yeah. So for those who don't know what Twice Talk is, what is it that you guys discuss? Is it just kind of throw back and forth with each other, shoot the shit?
Twice Talk is about bringing back values to the things that are timeless. Love, peace, patience, joy, happiness. The kind of values where if time were to stop, those values would still be timeless.
Yeah.
And still hold value. So I just like to add entertainment with the values, kind of like getting your cake and eating it too.
Right.
Of course. Right. Because that's what you gotta do.
Enlightening entertainment.
You can never have a birthday cake in front of me.
So, since the last time we had you on the show, and last time I was on your show, how was Twice Talk evolved since then?
We're going into a little more in depth. Last week we had the Rebel Cheerleaders. And they are,
that's UNLV, right? Because I know other Rebel cheerleaders.
Yes, 5-time champions.
Okay,
national champions.
Okay,
and we had a good time. We was talking about perseverance, persistence. We was talking about a little bit of dedication, what you got to do, how you get through turmoil and tough times.
Right.
And, you know, we give a lot of tips to people and make sure that they, you know, stay on their game and don't fall off the track when some of the nails come up.
Absolutely. Now, Twice has had fucking councilmen's on his show. Like, he had Lawrence Weekly on the show.
Had Weeks on there. He tried to talk circles around us so fast. I was like, oh, man.
He was like, okay, say again?
Yeah, he was moving.
But I definitely admire what you guys do, man. And shout out to Perk as well.
Yeah, that's my dog, the mogul.
For what you guys do. You guys have this program put together to where there's definitely that camaraderie, but it's also more so you have a set goal. And you have a set finish line goal that you're trying to get to. And essentially, the word's getting out there, bruh. You know, the word is definitely getting out there, man.
Love.
And, you guys you're live on Facebook every week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the word's getting out there, dude. And I actually know a few people at work who'd be like, yo, you watch Thinking Twice? I'm like, I know Twice. The fuck? Yeah, of course.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Let them know that you was running with me from the training wheels.
I'm bringing up something real old school real quick. Me and Twice, I think I brought this up on the last show too. Me and Twice one time were at the Red Rock, back when Red Rock had the Cherry nightclub. Right? And so this was the whole crew. Like Perk was there, Smiles was there, shout out to Smiles, Corey was there, everybody was there.
It might have been Perk's birthday.
It was Perk's birthday. Now I think about it. It was either Perk or Fast's birthday. One of the two.
Perk's birthday.
For
sure.
We dipped out. We decided to go out to the crab tables, right? And we're drunk. Highly intoxicated, by the way.
Highly.
And I do believe me and him both walked away from the crab table a lot richer than what we came with, right?
Check. For sure.
But we didn't actually see the money we won until, at least for me, I didn't see it until the next day.
I know what I left with.
Yeah. I know I left with more than I came with, for sure.
Yeah.
But the next day, I was so inebriated. I'm like, oh, where the fuck does extra $100 come from? Well, cool.
I sure had a few green chips myself.
So definitely one of those, one for the books, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely. So, all right, so let's talk about the future. So where Twice Talk is now, where do you see yourself? Where do you see the show, and how do you plan to evolve the show into something much bigger than what it is now?
Honestly, I really don't want to try to get too much more evolving. I want to just, kind of stay with those values and stay with those things that we tend to forget, because what people lack right now, and the reason why the world is so angry, is we don't know how to love one another.
Right.
And when I say love, I mean respect, care, honesty, and compromise.
Right.
If you were to define love, those are the four things that, love is comprised of.
Right.
So I want to make sure to continue to keep pushing those values and letting people know that it's okay and it's cool to show love. And at the end of the day, love's going to conquer all. I know that's not cool. And, right now the social media is kind of highlighting everything disruptive.
The bullshit.
Disrespectful, slapping people, whatever the case, all the bullshit, like you said, that's the stuff that gets highlighted. So I may not ever, get a chance to tell people how cool it is to compliment, commend, and help uplift people. But, if it happens, that's great. If not, as long as I continue to, light one person's, life, I never know whose life they're going to light.
So I see you rocking the number 7,
Yeah,
Mr. Kaepernick.
My dog.
How has Cap's stand and what he's standing for, affected you? And how do you kind of coincide with what he has going on to what you can do, in your own city?
Personally, or I know Cap personally, but when I was hanging out with him, he was never talking about that.
Right.
But you could kind of tell by his mannerisms that he was going to go in that direction.
Right.
He was always trying to neutralize situations, make sure everyone was good. He was never, boastful or bragging about his status, because I was hanging out with him when he was in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So he was he can go anywhere, everywhere, you know, and it was like, you know, celebrity status type stuff. And, it was just a humbling experience, man, being around him. And what he helped me be like a better person, just accepting what people had to say, whether good or bad. So, and he does it like with grace. So one of those things he had is he's very graceful with a lot of his stuff. So it was real dope.
Word. Any questions?
Nah.
You good?
Nah, he's doing wonderful.
He has gems. He's dropping gems right now.
This is very enlightening for me.
Man, love, major.
All right, so but before we got on the air, we had a chance to watch the Hobbs and Shaw trailer. Let's Dave, how do you feel about the Hobbs and Shaw trailer?
So, are we confirming the Fast and the Furious has superheroes now?
Oh, we're confirming. We're confirming
that confirmation
because hold on.
That's what they said.
Because I've been begging for this for at least 3 movies now.
Yeah,
where
right.
It's like, look, you outran a collapsing parking garage. You know, you not only that, but you were able to collapse said garage underneath your foot. Just call yourself a superhero. It's fine.
Well,
you're able to outrun a submarine.
Here's the thing.
A submarine.
The Fast and Furious franchise.
A submarine.
The Fast and Furious franchise started off about cars. It was about cars, about street racing.
Now it should be about superheroes.
Now we're there now, but we went from cars and racing to some James Bond shit.
No.
To now,
it ain't even James Bond.
Oh, dude, this is James Bond all the way.
This is more like what's that game? What's that video game? Not GTA, but the other one.
GTA.
It's not GTA, but you know the other one where it's like they literally have something that's like Gat out of hell, you know. And it's like, oh man, it's like, it's the retarded version of GTA, but it's so friggin' funny.
Man.
GTA?
GTA.
Oh no.
I'm
drawing a blank. Anyway.
Don't say, it's gonna hit me in a moment.
Exactly. And you know what? I need you to look it up. look up Gat out of hell.
Gat out of hell.
G-A-T.
G-A-T?
Yeah, because he's like an actual character.
Gat out of hell.
Yeah.
Gat out of...
Oh, this is killing me. Anyways.
Oh, Saints Row.
Saints Row.
Yeah, Saints Row.
It's Saints Row.
Got you.
It's Saints Row at this point, and I'm so happy about that.
So where are we with far as Idris Elba as our villain? First of all, I love seeing Idris play any kind of villain, even though the last time he did it wasn't too great. He was the villain in something with Taraji. No Good Deed. If anybody's seen that,
we don't talk about Taraji P. Henson movies.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. We're good ones for sure.
Come on,
there's good ones. Baby Boy.
Okay, how old is Baby Boy?
Hold on.
Let me ask you this:
Hidden Figures.
Okay.
Yep.
Hidden Figures is a fantastic movie.
Shut up. Shut up. Twice.
No good deed.
How do you feel about?
How'd you feel?
How do you feel about the trailer? How do you feel about the trailer?
The Hobbs and Shaw trailer.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like that they are going into almost like
superhero shit,
comic book stuff.
Yeah,
indeed.
It's no longer about the cars.
Yeah. And they said they wanted to do a spinoff. They said that Hobbs and Shaw were 2 of the most liked characters, I guess. Right. So I think it's kind of like go for it, man. If you got the money, spend it. Let's see what you got.
I kind of want to see Vin Diesel's reaction personally.
Oh yeah,
because I got a story on Vin Diesel more than anything, and because I got beef with him. You
got beef with Vin?
A personal beef with Vin Diesel?
Personal beef with
what happened?
All right, so here's what happened. So
speak on it.
I'm 21, and that's a very key part of the story. I'm 21 years old. My boy and I go out because he has a friend that comes into town, and he's like, I want to play blackjack. All right. And we go to the Paris.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting at the table, and there's like, and for those of you who don't know blackjack rules here in Vegas, you have the dealer, and then you basically have like 5 seats, right? And usually the best odds that you have at the blackjack table is in the first seat.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, there's no chips at the table. This is very, very, very key to say.
Okay.
There's no chips at the table in the first seat. So I put down my chips, play maybe like 4 hands, and I get this tap on my shoulder. And this guy's like, excuse me, you're in my seat. And I turn around. Now, mind you.
Wait. Was that Vin or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Hold on. Excuse me, you're in my seat.
That's still not Vin Diesel.
No, I'm telling you.
Excuse me, you're in my seat.
What is that? That's not Vin Diesel.
That's the Reddit Vin Diesel.
Man, listen. Vin Diesel's like half car. That's how he talks.
Tell you what, do that voice.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, do that voice and then sing the words, "What a Wonderful World."
What a wonderful... The song, what a wonderful... I see greens going green.
Red roses too.
No, listen, Louis had a whole different thing going on. Vin is like half car.
So always, my name is Vin Diesel.
That's Arnold.
If you want to hear Arnold, I'll actually give you Arnold. Okay, I know what my Arnold accent actually sounds like. Anyway, so this one taps me on the shoulder. I turn around, and it's Vin Diesel, right? Mind you, he and I are born on the same day. It's like, this hurts. We have the same birthday. And I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, man. No, hold on. I wasn't that cool. I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry, Mr. Diesel.
I'm sorry. I did not see your chips at the table, so I decided to take the seat.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but you know who I am, right? I'm Vin Diesel. And he's standing there with like a blonde, and she's kind of cool, and kind of hot, but paid for, clearly.
Oh, good.
Anyways,
exclusive.
He's like kind of like trying to like mad dog me a little bit. Mm-hmm. He actually winds up calling the fucking pit boss on me to check my ID. And I'm like,
hey, check this guy's ID.
He's like, yo, man, I don't know if he's actually supposed to be here.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, this mother. So I turn to him and I'm like, look, I'm not moving. You're going to have to sit right next to me if you want to play at this table.
Yeah.
Now, my father, Papa Neff. Anyways.
Papa Neff, shout out to Papa Neff.
He was like, you should have told him that you would sell your seat for like 10 grand to him. Cause clearly he has the money at that point. And I'm like, I wasn't really
thinking like that.
I wasn't thinking like that.
No,
So
you want your just to do it.
Man, I didn't think about that.
He winds up sitting next to me after the pit boss asked me to move. And I'm like, no, I'm legally allowed to be here. You checked my ID. It's real. And, he like sits right next to me. And he's all like being like scoffy and whatnot. And it was uncomfortable.
He messed up. Well, y'all win at the table, or what happened after that?
I mean, I played the next like 4 or 5 hands. I mean, I brought in a little bit of money. Like, I'm not bringing his amount, but brought in a little bit of money.
He's probably betting like Max. Huh?
Oh, he's definitely Max betting. Definitely Max betting for sure.
And I was just uncomfortable when I left. Because I'm 21, I didn't have the confidence that I clearly
You let Vin Diesel run you
now.
off, man?
Yeah, but I should have sold him. So that's why I really want to see the Hobbs and Shaw movie.
You should have said
blow every fucking.
You should have said
Fast and the Furious out the water.
You should have said, bet you won't fight the Rock though, and just run off.
Well, this 2021 July. At that time, he probably would have fought the Rock. Not with his double chin.
No. Don't feel
bad.
Why? Don't feel bad, Danger. Don't feel bad. Amber Rose got me scared too.
Really?
Yeah.
Amber Rose?
That's another day.
Oh, I don't know, man. You need to take another sip because
you be able to share that one.
I got the hots for her, man.
No, she's
gorgeous.
She's fine in real life.
I know.
Real life.
No, I know. I really want to like find a way to sneak in there.
Oh, she needs
some adopted blood.
Real life dope.
That we should really get this going off camera. To kind of keep things. Anyway, let's move on.
No, he's talking about love. He's kind of got me in the
that's
mood.
His thing, you know what I'm saying? But we'll come back to that momentarily. So, 2-minute drill. Are we ready for 2-minute drill?
I'm ready. I think I'm ready to put 6 on the board.
Really? Okay. Somebody's talking that big boy talk. Okay.
All
right. So let me go ahead.
Let me clear my throat a little bit.
So we'll go clockwise. So I'll kick off the first question to you, Dave. Yep. You kick up to it twice.
Okay.
We'll go like that. All right. So 2-minute drill starts now. All right. Who plays Tommy Smalls?
Smalls? Lane, right? No. I don't know the guy's name.
5.
I don't know the guy's name. 3. I don't know the guy's name.
2.
I don't know the guy's name.
Take a fucking guess. All right. Played by Thomas McCall Ford, also known as Tommy from Martin. May he rest in peace.
How often did I watch Martin back in the day?
I mean, if you're down, you're down.
I mean, I would have been if it would have shown
If you
overseas.
down,
But,
you
you know,
down.
Keep going.
You should, as soon as he said Tommy, you should
Yeah, you good.
click.
You ain't got no job.
Ain't no job.
all right, here we go. How much was actually? I don't think they even stated that in the movie. What were the 2 bags in the back of the car filled with?
Sugar and money.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. All right.
What did they believe was in the car?
That
Smackaroo.
idea.
that schmack.
Smackaroo.
Yeah, schmack.
Your question.
Okay, Jay, I got one for you. Since it's a 2-part question, real quick.
We got 44 seconds.
How much money was Sugar Ray's making a week? And what does that relate to in 2019?
What kind of question is that? It's like I want you to do the math from the year 1910.
I think they bring in like what, $50K a week? Something like that.
They said 15.
I know
the high number was 15.
15K a week.
Yeah.
Now that equivalent to 2019 is
In 1920.
well till today like 500K.
They said 200.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. 2 minute drill over.
So I guess he got the 6 then?
Yeah.
Disappointing.
I mean, I had 2 other questions to go, but fuck it. Whatever. If you don't know what we were talking
was
about,
ready
I don't know
question.
if anybody knows what we're talking about.
I was ready for your question though.
I have something for you. You know what? You know,
you know what? Let's hear it.
I'm giving you one real quick. This movie has legendary comedians who are no longer with us. Mm-hmm. Name those comedians. All of them.
I can't name all of them.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The guy that played in Bebe's Kids. I forget his name. Oh man,
We can't go with the guy.
you can't go with the guy because you're the guy.
There you go.
You had Red Fox in there.
Mm-hmm. That's one.
Man, I got and then who else? Pat? Oh, Charlie Murphy was in there.
Charlie Murphy's in there. Yep, that's true.
Come on, there's
and
an obvious one.
And that was the last one.
Richard Pryor?
You want to keep going?
I don't know the other 2 really.
So you have Robin Harris, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Charlie Murphy, and Reynaldo Ray. Are all legendary comedians who are no longer with us to this day. Now, like I said, if you don't know what movie we're talking about, we are taking it back to 1989 with the
great year
comedy classic,
Yes.
Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
Happy 30-year anniversary, by the way.
Oh, that's till November. So it's still
I know it's still
November.
20.
It's still 29.
Hey, come on, give me a little bit.
It's still 29.
Give me a little bit here.
Original
twice here.
Original release date.
I'll tell you what. I'll say a second time in
2
November
times.
for him. All right?
2 times. Original release date November 17th, 1989. At 29 years old right now. Shares opening weekend with All Dogs Go to Heaven, The Little Mermaid, Prancer, and Steel Magnolias. That's a hell of a weekend for a movie.
Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid.
All Dogs Go to
All
Heaven.
Dogs Go to Heaven was one of my favorite cartoons. by the way.
Mine too. I still have the VHS.
I never seen Steel Magnolias. I don't know what the fuck.
You have
Prancer is.
never seen Steel Magnolias?
I'm black. No, I've never seen it.
Okay, well, there you go. All right, that's why I never seen
you
Harlem
go.
Nights.
So we're even now?
So we're even now.
Okay, gotcha. Production budget was $30 million with a box office total of $95 million. Currently sitting at a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I believe is bullshit.
What is the audience? Did they say?
I didn't say.
Didn't get a chance.
No, I didn't say.
Yeah, it's a little low.
It's quite low.
You know blacks don't vote. Not in 1989.
I don't.
Like the state of Georgia kind of ruined that thought.
Yeah.
Look,
this
Keep
it funky. You know what I'm saying? Just,
I don't vote on Rotten Tomatoes. We have a hard time going to the polls.
yeah,
like,
but
Rotten Tomatoes.
But this is one of those movies where 100%. This is one of those movies where it's classic. Like it's one of those movies where the critics hated it, but it's a cult classic to this day.
Sure. To the hood, for sure.
Not to the hood, just people who enjoy Eddie Murphy movies, comedies, period pieces. Like, when you think about Harlem Nights is one of those movies that, once again, the critics hated it, but the fans loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
It's like Bill and Ted.
It's like Bill and Ted. And Bill and Ted 3 is coming out this year.
Is it this year?
It's this. It's gonna be like Christmas.
It's like Christmas, huh?
Oh, man, I gotta survive
Christmas,
till then.
yeah.
Okay.
So, I know, right? Alex Winter's like, he's on his last leg for sure. Dave, you said this is your first time watching this movie.
Yes.
Ever.
Nice.
How did you feel about it?
All right, so a little backstory for those of you who don't know anything about me. I lived overseas for a period of time. That period of time, one of the few shows we were actually able to watch there was Touched by an Angel. That was my introduction to Della Reese. Mm-hmm. So imagine my surprise when sweet little old Della Reese, who played in Touched by an Angel from 94 to 2003. Yes, I do know that, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Is over here dropping gold for comedy and is quickly like one of my favorite characters. Overall, I thought the movie was good, but it didn't hit the Richard Pryor that I know. Like I know the Richard, and I'm not just talking about stand-up. Like, I know the Richard Pryor from his Gene Wilder movies, because those were always really classic for me.
Right.
Especially because he was a lot more raunchier then. And it's like in this one, the way that his character was written was a little too cookie cutter for me.
I think he's written to be the straight man.
You know what it was?
Right.
I think he was trying to be nervous. He just looked nervous the whole movie, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's facing a lot.
That is a great point.
He's facing a lot.
He just looked he looked nervous to me. Like,
I almost would have preferred if he actually was the bad guy in this movie.
Really?
If they had him playing against Eddie Murphy.
And
then just having that comedy spit back and forth.
Bugsy Calhoun as the bad. First of all, Michael Lerner as an actor, is still probably underrated as an actor. Number one. Number two, in all the things I've seen him in, he's always played that one cat from New York. It's just like, dude, you have mob ties. I know you do, but it's like we know you do. But it's like the way he portrays these characters. You know what I mean? Like, I love the Bugsy Calhoun character, which he may end up being my that fool, but the way he plays off this character, it's almost like it was written for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, don't forget. Now go back to your Richard Pryor thesis. This movie is period piece set in 1918. So this is the character Sugar Ray, played by Richard Pryor, is a Harlem nightclub owner. Mm-hmm. He's running holes in the back. Yeah, that we know.
Yep,
we know. That we know.
Fact.
And he's really one of the few black club owners in that city. And he's direct competition to Bugsy Calhoun. You have this son that you raised since he came up to you, which, by the way, I love the fucking opening scene to this movie. Yeah. I love it.
That
because
was hilarious.
The dude that's shooting craps, he goes, I don't like kids. They bring me bad luck. But my man's teeth game was just all out. Oh my God. And so when you get the introduction to the Eddie Murphy character as a kid, which I believe is Des Arnaz's son, is what they said.
Oh, yeah.
As in like,
sure, yeah.
As in like Ricky Ricardo's kid is what I'm reading.
No, because that would no.
No. I read in the credits that the kid that plays the young Eddie Murphy in the movie is like Desi Arnaz, blah blah blah, the second. As in his father is Desi Arnaz.
Who's Ricky
Ricardo?
But Ricky Ricardo only had kids with Lucille Ball, who is white as fuck.
Unless he adopted him.
No.
Well, then IMDb IMDb must have fucked up.
This is before Angelina Jolie started adopting kids.
Yeah, but okay. Well, we're not going back and forth. Whatever.
We're gonna have to get to the bottom of that.
One. You know what? We'll check that later.
You know what? You can look that up. How about
but the opening scene to this movie sets a tone to where you know you're in the 1920s of New York, right? And so he goes, so the dude shoots the craps out, right? Yeah. He goes, come on, sit with your fine ass. My baby need a new pair of shoes and my wife need a new dress and you need some teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was super snaggle.
Super snaggle. And I know a cat would need grilled just like his to this day.
I say if you lose them front teeth, you're gamers. You got no more game.
You whistle while you talk. Easily. Easily. But this movie sets up perfectly because as soon as it goes from that to not present day, but later on in the years when now you have a grown, Quick played by Eddie Murphy and older Sugar Ray now. And this movie, in my opinion, just showcased black excellence in a way. And not so much because of just the time. The time was fucked up. But so as far as like who was hot at that time, this is 1989 when the movie came out. So we're talking about Red Fox is in this thing. Della Reese is in this thing. Charlie Murphy, Robin Harris, Ronaldo Ray.
So this was Charlie Murphy's movie debut.
Yes, it was. And also in the last movie of for Red Fox before he passed away. He passed away. I think he died like a year later
from a heart attack, right?
Right. And so just for what Eddie Murphy was able to create with this movie is he'll admit that it wasn't something that he took seriously. He just wanted to do it to say he did it.
You think so?
He himself said that. He said that, if I can go back in time and redo Harlem Nights and put more focus into the characters, that's the reason why the movie got so much shit, because a lot of characters.
He wrote the script, right?
He wrote the script and he also directed. His first time directing the movie. But he got shit from the critics because they felt as if that the characters are underdeveloped. The plot kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But it becomes a cult classic because of the comedy in it and the dialogue in it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the basic gist of the movie is you have this nightclub owner who's pretty much taking over for not taking over, but direct competition to the mob guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
20 years later, started booming.
Club Sugar Rays. So let me ask you this. When we get our introduction to the Ray and Quick character, right? And let's say we get Tommy Smalls, played by Tommy Ford, may he rest in peace.
Yep.
And we know that he works for Bugsy Calhoun, and we also know off rip he's been kind of skimming off the top from Bugsy Calhoun.
How you figure he's off the rip?
Oh, bro, the next scene when we get Bugsy Calhoun's introduction, he says it. Oh, Tommy's been ripping me off top. And then he breaks the hand of the guy that brought him Tommy Smalls. Remember that?
I was thinking, how would if there was like any indications of that in the movie, and so that's why I was at.
Well, we never see it. Yeah, but we do know that Smalls works for Calhoun.
Okay,
and we also know that the guy, I can't think of his damn name, but Smalls breaks his hand.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
With the piano.
Bugsy Calhoun breaks his hand because he said, "Well, you brought Tommy to me. You handpicked him, so that means my loss is kind of your fault." He brings him over, and even that scene, which was as quick as it went, that shit was scary.
Yeah.
The way he plays it off is scary as fuck because he goes, "Come here.
Put your hand right."
Bro, I'm like, fuck that. No, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? He walks over there, put your hand right there. He's like, oh, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? But the way he plays it off, that's why I say Michael Lerner as this character, which I found out later on, it was probably Robert Duvall played that character and not Michael Lerner, which is probably play a little different. But the fact that he breaks it was a lot different.
Well, no, because that would be like Duvall coming off of the Godfather trilogy, really, because he didn't really
around that time, man.
He didn't. Well, yeah, because I mean, the Godfather 3 came out in like the 90s,
right?
But everybody remembers Godfather 2, and really, Godfather 2 came out in 81. I want to say. I'm probably wrong. It doesn't matter. But he played such a key role in that he probably would have been really interested in this role.
To see him play this kind of character, I
thought he would have done pretty well.
So, we also get the introduction of Dominique LaRue, played by Jasmine Guy, who's basically the, I want to call her the
fine one.
The fine one. I don't want to call her like Bugsy's hoe, nothing like that.
You got to have the fine one in every movie.
But she's definitely there to serve a purpose.
Sure. Sure. The purpose is to look good because she is a cardboard mannequin in this movie.
Well, I mean, she's Dominique LaRue. She's Creole.
I understand.
It matters not.
Are you trying to tell me that Creole are cardboard mannequins?
I'm trying to make her look as cool as possible.
No.
We also get the introduction of.
Was that her first role? I kind of read. No. Not her. Well, they said no. I'll tell you what her first was when we get to it. because I did a little research on
It wasn't a different world?
Well, no, it was not about her role, but a scene.
Oh.
She had a first in one of her scenes.
Yeah, because she pops up for the first time with Tommy Smalls.
Yeah.
And I can't think of his damn name. I believe his real name is Miguel Nunez Jr., who does a lot of stuff with Eddie Murphy as well. But we get the introduction of Phil Cantone, played by Danny Aiello. And
The officer.
he is cookie cutter, skimming off the top, dirty cop. He plays that role to the T.
Yeah, he's actually one of the best parts of the movie. Honestly.
He is.
Dude, are cops like that? Well, he was pretty flamboyant with it as well. Like, didn't hide it. Let it be known.
Right,
I'm here for the bread. And
Yeah, he was pretty eccentric and he had no problem being known as a dirty cop.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Like he knew what he was doing.
But wasn't it like most of the cops were under Bugsy's payroll anyway?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
For
That's
sure.
most
Yeah.
definitely. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
And like, when I kind of got the feeling he was dirty from the very first scene when he was in Sugar's house.
Right.
At like
Yeah, that's so
5
weird.
a.m. because he doesn't get home till 5 a.m.
Yeah, think about that. Imagine walking into your home and there's a white Pinkerton Detective Agency cop
In your home.
in your home.
Feet up on your furniture.
Waiting for you to come home.
Right.
It's like, wait, what the fuck?
I'd be scared shitless.
So
I ain't gonna lie.
let
If that was Vin Diesel, I'd be scared shitless.
Oh, Dave, you're home.
That was a good one.
So let me cut to this scene real quick because this is probably one of the highlighted scenes, which may end up being my iconic scene for the movie. The Vera and Quick fight.
The alley
Fight between Vera and Quick. Now, when I tell you, I can watch this movie 10, 20 times. That scene cracks me the fuck up every
That's the one you don't forget.
You don't forget that scene.
You cannot.
Because she goes, ain't nothing wrong with the girls. Like, what the girls always coming up short. And then when she threatens him to go outside to fight, and everybody's all outside. First of all, wait a minute. Let's talk about that. There's a shot in this movie before we even get to that fight scene where you get this wide shot of Red Fox, Robin Harris, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, like all these comic gold in this one scene. It damn makes you want to cry. Like a good 90% of that room is dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So before we get to that scene, you got to acknowledge how he put together that particular cast of characters, and you got that great wide shot of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
He said he wanted to put 3 generations of black comedy in the movie. And that's why he actually wrote it. And that's gold right there.
Absolutely.
Before getting to the actual fight, because that's funny as hell, obviously. But one of the things I really like that Eddie decided to do in this scene was that he really wanted, I mean, you guys said it perfectly, you got the 3 generations of comedy, but it was literally like, you always get those moments, a good example is like Bull Durham, right? So they get the fight that happens in the parking lot, right? But what basically happens is that, like, they say they're going to fight. One character goes off, and then the next scene is that character waiting while everything else is happening. No. In this case, he wanted to make sure that he got the parade that's going out there and all the bullshit.
To watch the fight.
And while he
And
was
all
laughing.
the bullshit and that's going back and forth between, because I couldn't stop laughing at that because it's true. Like, whenever you see something crazy, one of the funniest parts going before you see that something crazy is that small little talk that you have just going out the hallway with your friends, or acquaintances. You're like, what the fuck is going to happen here?
Yeah.
And you're coming up with theories like they're not really going to fight. Are they really going to fight?
Here's the thing, though, and not to mention, Red Fox goes, be careful, Quick, you fucking with heavyweight. Like, I love that line. Oh, God, I love that line. And they finally get outside, and this fight goes down. And just the way that they're going back and forth with each other, right? And I realized, the old Busta Rhymes video for Pastor Cavassier?
Yeah.
Inspired by that scene as well. Cause Busta fight Monique in that parody.
Yes.
So
bring it back though.
But I'll tell you that the first hit that Vera gets off on Quick, I cracked up laughing.
Is it? Wait, are you talking about the uppercut?
The uppercut.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I could not stop
The
laughing at
first
that.
hit she gets off on, you're like, what the fuck's your problem?
No, wait.
No. That was the
uppercut
actual
the
punch.
second one.
No, the uppercut
Right.
was when she hits him and he goes off his feet, which always kills me every single time because I'm picturing Reese, touched by an angel, uppercutting Eddie Murphy up in the air, and him landing. He fell 3 feet. He was 3 feet off the
hits her in
ground.
the head with the fucking trash can.
Oh.
Loved it. And then he goes,
And she's all like, "Oh, we're gonna fight with garbage now."
Like, you gonna respect me.
so she pulls out the blade and she goes, Vera, put that knife
That's
away.
the funniest part in
He
the
pulls out his
whole
gun?
movie.
He goes, shoot that nubby motherfucker, fuck off your foot, and shoots her in the toe.
No. You've missed the part.
Did I?
Yes. Because what happened was, she said, shoot it. He looks her up and down 2 times, looks back at, what's it?
Robert
He looks
Harrison,
back at her.
they go, what you gonna do?
What you gonna
What you gonna
For some odd reason,
He was waiting for them to tell him no. He said, shit, fuck it.
What you gonna do?
I don't know why, but right before that, they decided to pan a foot to the foot. It's a shot to the foot itself.
That was the funniest.
And it's like, it's pantyhose, so it already kind of looks weird, but her big toe actually looked like a nub. And then I was like, bruh, come on.
He shoots her right in the fucking foot, which I thought was hilarious.
I know! The fact he got the... I'm gonna kill that motherfucker!
No.
We're gonna find it. Don't worry.
She says,
Vera, don't worry. We're gonna find your toe.
She said, I'm gonna sit the rest of my foot so deep in your ass. And like, dude, it seems like that, dude. Like, this movie is comedy gold to me, man.
That was the funniest part to me.
So, all right, so moving along, we get this, really the plot that Calhoun is trying to get Sugar Ray and Quick out of business. You know what I'm saying? He feels threatened by them.
Making way too much bread.
Making way too much bread.
Right.
And which is funny because, and this being 1918 New York, I kind of figure, even though you have your connects, you got your people, you got the money to pay certain people off, it's almost like Calhoun didn't necessarily count on the resource that Ray and Quick had.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? Because when, for example, getting kind of skipped before a little bit, when they sent over the raid to shut down Quick, shut down the club, and everybody got arrested that night, for Ray to go the very next day, or that night rather, and bail everybody out.
$7,500 later.
And so I love how he walks in there and he goes, I need everybody to let's bail out.
That's today, $100,000 today.
Probably more for 75 people.
No. It was 125 people.
Yeah,
and it was $7,500.
Nah, probably more than that, bro. You looking at a cool.
Well, they said
$15,000.
$15,000 was $200,000.
Okay.
So yeah, he's right.
So
the boy knows his math, or
yeah,
the dude knows
man,
his math.
I'm just good with twos. That's all, man.
You're just good with twos.
That's it.
That's all that is.
all right, so let's.
I like that.
Let's talk about Jenkins versus Kirkpatrick, the fight that everybody's betting on, right? Now, first of all, let's talk about Jenkins. Jenkins is another character. You didn't like him, right?
It's not that I didn't like him. It's just after a while, I was just kind of cringing. And the reason why is because I know somebody that's kind of like that.
That talks like it.
Oh, man. And it's like, and I'm not even going to give him a shout out because people are going to look him up. And it's like, I love the guy to death. And I know it's a nervous tick. I get that. But man, like sometimes I just feel like completing like all of his sentences and then just like try to talk for him.
Well, and this is no diss to anybody.
Taxi.
This is no diss to anybody who has that speech impediment. But
no, we're dissing you totally.
I've known people who are like, okay,
right, and then it's like it's like, all right, you trying to have a conversation with them. Right, you're trying to have a conversation with normal people, and then they begin, and it's like all of a sudden, like it snaps you back into the conversation because it's like it forces you to really listen to them, respect them, and whatnot. But man, sometimes that twice talk can really get to you.
That twice talk.
That twice talk. I'm good with my twos too.
You do remember it.
just a little.
But you know what? For me, is even the introduction to that character is hilarious because they say, "Oh, you know, I put a lot of money for this weekend." He goes, "You get ready to be a rich nigga."
But
I'm about to knock somebody. I'm knocking somebody the fuck out. Like, oh,
the thing
that's right, Chair.
Like he was on point, exactly what it was. He just always missed his moment.
I was cracking up because I could tell Eddie really did his research. I'm a boxing fan.
Nice.
And so
Michael Bauer's in there.
He was.
He is in
Michael
there.
Bauer was in there.
He plays Kirkpatrick, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm. Jack Johnson is a legend, obviously, for that community. That was literally right around his time. I mean, you want to talk about a guy who could probably beat Mayweather today. Like that was Jack
I think so.
The thing was with Jack was that he forced you to be antagonized. Like they played, like the white community played him up to be such a villain that even though he really wasn't like that bad of a guy, that it was almost like wrestling for him. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, he was playing it up like crazy.
Right.
So, but there was a very, very key scene. They keep panning over to the crowd, and that I felt was very legitimate. Where it's like you see the white boxer hits, no problem, and all the white people stand up, right? And then obviously black guy hits, you know, all the black people stand up.
And everybody sits down,
I know it's made for comedy, but that wasn't comedy. I felt like
that was real shit. Yeah,
I'm sitting there, I'm like, that was a little too real.
I love the actual plot.
We're not acting no more.
The actual plot, what I thought was genius because they made Calhoun believe that they were putting all the money on Kirkpatrick,
right?
Because they knew for a fact that Jenkins would take a dive.
Yeah, it was great.
A great plan, you know what I mean? And the way it played out was like, that makes total fucking sense now. You know what I'm saying? Now, for me, to kind of go back to the Calhoun situation. So he has this bagman named Richie, right?
Oh, the Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy, right. He has the bagman named Richie, who falls in love quick as fuck, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
With,
left his wife and his kids.
I love Richie because he may be my fool. Because I'm like, I've known love-struck dudes like this for this to have happened. To this day, like 2019.
Like this?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Bro. Ready to give it all away.
Hey, how you doing? It's Richie. Listen, I'm not coming home anymore. Take it easy. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
Like that? And did his daughter answer the phone?
His kid answered the phone.
He's like, hey,
put your mom on the phone.
He's like, hey, sweetie, how's it going? Listen, put your mom on the phone.
Hey, it's Richie.
Hey, it's Richie. Listen, I'm not coming around no more. Have a nice life.
Take it easy.
And then they don't exactly hang up the phone, but he just kind of like sits there pondering his own decision. He's all like, yeah.
That makes sense.
It's sunshine.
That makes sense. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Now, he does fall in love with
Sunshine.
Sunshine, played by Lila Rashawn, a beautiful Lila Rashawn, by the way.
And she was the other cold one.
Cold.
Oh, Lord.
And Della Reese described her perfectly.
As what?
Go ahead.
Oh, no. You go ahead. You say the line that much better.
I got a girl whose pussy's so good. When you throw it in the air, it turns into sunshine.
Oh.
And her name happens to be Sunshine, by the way.
Keep in mind, I'm used to Touched by an Angel, and I hear that, and I'm like, oh,
Jesus, no! Reese! Jesus, no!
It turned into sunshine. That means it turns into lights up the world. Energy.
Yeah.
Gives you life.
World peace.
They don't call it golden
World
shower.
peace.
World peace.
Oh,
now, I love the thing. Well, now, real quick, before we actually get to the sunshine thing, Dominique LaRue is fucked up because she made Quick believe that she was digging him, even though Bugsy set him up to first, he gave him a job offer.
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't fucking with y'all like that. Nah, not at all. And so, in the same sentence, In the same scene where he's not back at Sugar Ray's,
Yeah.
Dominique calls him like, "Listen, why don't you come see me? Like, I'll come and see you, right?" And she literally makes love to this man
Yeah.
just to plot to kill him.
Wait. But before that scene, he puts his gun underneath the pillow.
And see that she has a
Pulls out
gun too.
hers. And
Yeah.
look, this gun.
Had the same handle, pearl.
That was a water pistol. Like that gun that gun's no bigger than my hand.
Correct.
You know? Oh my Lord. And I couldn't
It's
stop
job
laughing. He's
done.
like, it's so cute. Look at you.
But yeah, long story short, once it's discovered that your whole plan was to pretty much fuck him and kill him, he kills her.
Before that, though, didn't they have almost like the drive-by shooting? When, so Tommy, he walks in, Tommy ends up, he finds Tommy dead.
Oh
Right,
shit!
yeah.
Oh my
Lord.
god, I forgot that scene.
He
Okay,
wanted to go up there.
right. Mm-hmm.
And
If I was
then-
going up,
Yeah.
we
he
get we
comes
get
down, and then Tommy's brother,
Arsenio Hall is
Arsenio Hall.
his cameo.
What is Arsenio Hall doing in this?
It doesn't matter, okay? Just know,
He's crying most of the time, and I can't stop laughing.
That
This just
was
sounds so ridiculous.
hilarious.
bro, he's not even crying.
I'm gonna kill
Did
I'm
you-
gonna kill that brother quick.
Did you notice the circus music behind this whole
Yes,
act?
I know.
Now, just to touch on that real quick, because I think that it'll be about to cut that out. But the fact that scene is funny. Right? However, so they're chasing Quick. Not really, you can't really prove Quick did it. But the fact that Quick did leave Tommy's apartment and Tommy and Sugar Ray and all their history.
Yeah.
You know, who else did it but Quick? Right. But as they're driving, they're chasing Quick down. Quick hits the brakes. You shoot your own man in the back of the head. Right?
That's some Pulp
You made me kill my friend. You know what I'm saying?
That's some Pulp Fiction shit.
Yes,
right
it
there.
is. Absolutely. But now this is where the scene gets comic gold to me.
I was about to say hilarious and comedy in this.
Yes,
thing, bro.
Quick jumps out the car. They pretty much crashed the car in a sense.
Yeah.
Get out. Quick jumps through this warehouse.
Matter of fact,
They
it was a flower shop.
They got Tommy guns, but the one dude has his lone pistol.
Colt 45.
They
Bang, bang.
stop shooting that little shit. Well, I tell you,
That was funny number 2.
I love that. Man, well, I tell you,
That was funny number 2.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And the minute he jumps up, he go, fuck this. Pop, pop, pop. Ducks down again. He hits all three of them.
Right.
Bruh, and what nobody even notices, and this sets up all his other movies for Beverly Hills Cop.
Mm-hmm.
He shoots 5 times in the movie, 5 bodies.
Yeah.
5 shots.
Man,
and
Pretty much. Yeah. Yep. That's what he does.
I was like, oh, this guy is cold.
Now, at this point, Quick's like, fuck that. Calvin's trying to kill me twice tonight. You know what I'm saying? And we now know where we're headed as far as the plot and stuff, like what their plan is, how they plan on getting over on Calhoun.
Yeah.
So the fight actually happens. And
And he
Jenkins
fucks up this dude.
Jenkins fucks up Kirkpatrick. You know what I'm saying?
Like after the 3rd round, he's looking like Rocky.
Right.
After the 5th
He
round.
looked like he had a burn on his face.
Right.
Opposed to some punches.
After the 5th round, he looks like from the House of Wax.
Exactly.
Like, he
real.
looks like from The Hills Have Eyes.
But the funniest thing is,
Oh, Eric,
was fucked
he got worked
the
out.
funniest thing is Jenkins, I'm sorry, not Jenkins, Cantone tells Calhoun they're putting all the money on Kirkpatrick.
Right.
And even Calhoun knows Jenkins is going to kill Kirkpatrick.
Right.
So now they feel like Jenkins, he's going to take a dive. So when they go to the fight and watch Jenkins beat the shit out of this boy, they're like, mother,
Cost them $500,000.
cost him 500 grand, right? Now, that part's hilarious.
And
but
that's major bread in back
Oh,
then.
yeah.
that's money back then.
That's a
Major bread.
That's a
I
10.
didn't even do that math.
That's money back then. Now,
that's a 8-digit bet.
Yeah,
think about it.
maybe not.
No, it is. It's an 8-digit bet. Think about it, because of 15 grand back
It's
then is
200.
$100K or $200K.
Well, you got to think of 30 is 400.
Right. And then you keep doing, and you keep multiplying up.
So you're right.
So at 300,000, he's at 4 million.
Maybe more.
Maybe a little bit more.
So this then became math class. Gotcha. Okay.
You about to learn today.
Cool.
You about to learn today.
That was my best subject, man. That was my best
One
subject
mind,
in
I can tell you that shit. 1 plus 1, 2. That I know.
See, and you got him already.
But so at this point, Jenkins does win the fight. How they get Cantone, I thought was genius because Cantone thinking he has the upper hand on them, right?
Right. So what happens is Richie, he goes to pick up Sunshine at 9:30, and Charlie Murphy is there to kind of scope out the spot
in the newsstand,
right? And they basically go. He gets pulled over by they swap out the light. They time the light to make it seem like he runs a red light, and he winds up getting into an accident with Della Reese being in there as well.
And Red Fox wearing his glasses,
who's blind. Mind you, he's driving with the glasses like
he wasn't driving this,
right? But his eyes are still like this because
did you see his glasses though?
Exactly. He's got
and when
the
he's
bug
trying
eyes.
Right.
When he's trying to read the numbers from the dice.
Which by the way,
right. They're like, he throws it out. He's like 5.
That's a 7.
That's a 9. What are you talking about?
No. Now, real quick, just go back to that scene real quick. He goes, I'm sorry, so was mine. Well, get the fuck out of here, you blind motherfucker. Like, that part had me dying. I love that part.
Hey,
but
hilarious.
So obviously the cops come out and it turns out to be Pryor and Eddie. But then another set of cops comes up and they're white cops and they're trying to they basically say whatever to Pryor and Eddie, and they get the bag, and then Eddie and Pryor decide to go to a bank that's been closed for 5 years. Mm-hmm. And is waiting by the vault, which is where
Cantone
Cantone follows in, and they said, "No, we're not here to make a withdrawal.
We're to
make a deposit." And then the whole scene where they basically time down and they lock them in the vault, and they say, "You have enough fare, give or take an hour or two to
which by the way was a 2-minute drill
Monday."
question. That was one of my 2-minute drill questions. Like, what is he suggesting? What do you do while you're sitting in this hill? He goes like.
Them quick breaths.
Bro, quick breaths. Bro, like,
quick breaths.
Listen, you're going to die in there, trust me.
So, I got a question.
Yeah.
When, well, this kind of gives away the spoiler at the end.
Oh, we're talking all spoilers all day.
Okay.
Right.
Calhoun's badge and hat and jacket was at the house.
Right.
So, was his badge at the house so that they could say he, was at the house with them as well?
I think it was made to believe that Calhoun was just
taken at that point.
Was just missing it. It was just missing action at the point.
Right.
Because
they wanted to basically say, "We got you," and we knew about Calhoun as well.
Right. So
well, he was making it known anyway.
Right. But what I mean is that they knew about Calhoun, and they basically got him. He's trapped away somewhere.
Right. Exactly. So what's cut to the next scene, really the final scene, in which Calhoun is now at Ray's place, basically thinking that they're going there to pick.
Well, not Cal. Yeah.
They're basically there to kill Calhoun, to kill Ray and Quick.
Yeah. And
they realize they're being set up. So by the time they realize, oh shit, this is a setup. I think the dude grabs the door handles like that,
right? And he goes to open it to basically exit out,
and it blows the place up. Yeah, blows the whole place up. Killing everybody.
I low key thought it was because he lit his cigar.
That's what I thought too.
Right,
but it's almost
but they kept puffing it after a while, and I was like, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So it was right when he opened the doors when it happened.
Right. Okay.
Right. And the movie basically ends with Ray and Quick and the crew
enjoying the skyline,
and off to the next city to start over again. They realize they cannot go back to Harlem.
Right. Cannot go back.
You cannot go, but they figure like, the other place to go, but there's nothing like Harlem. I love that end part of it because it does make you realize, these guys spent their whole lives in this place. They built their business, they established their lives, their families is there, but they realize, if you're going to get big fish like a Calhoun, you're going to take him out. You realize you can't go back to that place. You can't go back ever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if the head honcho is gone, Because what was
Right,
Quint's
but
best line in the movie? He said, "It's not about
how many people you shoot. It's about who you shoot.
Who you shoot." Uh-huh. So they just took out the big fish.
But somebody was going to be next in line regardless.
Somebody was next up.
Somebody
at that time? Oh yeah,
somebody's next up. Okay.
Because think about it, even Harlem, like Harlem really stopped being Harlem in the 1920s.
Think so?
Yeah, because that's when all the heroin started pouring into it. And that's how they kind of got everybody there.
Right.
Well, by the end of the 20s is the Great Depression.
Right.
And Harlem was a project at that point.
Right.
So that's what I mean by that. So it's why they decided to do it in the late 1910s, going into organized crime and all that before moving everything else in there.
Right. Well, that's Harlem Nights. Great fucking movie, man.
Got another question for you.
What's up?
How many times was the word motherfucker used in that movie?
That's actually part of my quick hits. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. I got that.
So let me ask this to you, Jay, because this is clearly one of your favorite movies.
Love this movie.
A movie like Harlem Nights obviously has a lot of great portrayal within the black community as well, especially black comedy growing up into that time.
Correct.
Moving into 2019 and even going forward, can a similar movie to have a similar impact, even though it was a cult classic, like Harlem Nights, can happen today? And what does that signify to the black community? I'm opening that up to both of you.
I feel as if a movie like Harlem Nights, with a concept like Harlem Nights, could work today. Obviously, with more focus, definitely more fleshed out characters. Something like Harlem Nights could be successful today because as much as we're trying to press forward, let's go future, people still yearn for that black experience from back in those days. 1918, 1920, the 20s and the 30s were portrayed in a certain way to where it's the whites only and this is a color fountain. This is one of those first movies that portrayed black folks as wealthy.
Yeah.
In a sense, yes.
You feel what I'm saying? And not only wealthy as entrepreneurs and business owners and, pimps and hoes, but, it showcased something that wasn't regularly shown on film. So I think if you were to take the same concept, still make it a comedy, like Eddie Murphy said, you put more focus into it, you flesh out them characters, make a story that's well thought out, well fleshed out, that has a beginning, middle, and end to it, and the end satisfies, ties everything up. You could make Harlem Nights today and have it be successful, 100%. I'm not saying throw Kevin Hart in it, but I'm just saying, you have something there. If Eddie Murphy announced today he wants to remake Harlem Nights, I'm all for it.
Would you still do it in Harlem?
I would do it in Harlem, but I wouldn't do it in Harlem present day. I would take Harlem back to the 1920s.
Oh, you'd remake that whole movie?
Yeah.
See, when you asked that question, I kind of thought you were trying to say, how would you make a movie like Harlem Nights in present day?
So how would you?
That's time in a bottle. Think about it.
Right.
Well,
but think about that.
First, you got to think of some type of depression or some type of tragedy,
right?
Or some type of hard times. I'd probably go back to, the housing market in 2008, and probably talk about some people trying to flip some homes and end up flipping a mansion and doing something else and go on from there.
Unfortunately, and I hate to be the person to kind of say this, but unfortunately, when it comes to like Black history, after the 1910s, it kind of gets a little, it gets rough.
It definitely gets rough for sure.
Even though there's heroes throughout that entire frame from 1940s, you had the Tuskegee Airmen, obviously, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, obviously, as well as what would later become really a major renaissance of Black culture and Black comedy. Going into the 70s and 80s, obviously, in terms of music, you had disco, you had Motown, you had you had the beginning, you had soul, you had the beginning of R&B going into that time, and even nowadays, like because we talked about this earlier last year when Superfly came out,
right?
Because you had the Black exploitation films that kind of came out, and Superfly was one of those. It's pretty. There's very few Black exploitation films are. That's
when you say that, what do you mean?
So what I mean by that is that they're basically taking the idea of what they believe is black culture and trying to turn that into a Hollywood sense. It's not like Black Panther, where it's actually taking a culture in itself. It's almost like I don't want to call it a mockery, but at the same time, it's not real. Like Superfly, it's not even the movie in itself. As much as we kind of like laugh and joke about it, like that's not black culture back in that day. Like nobody associates. You wouldn't associate the movie Superfly from the 1970s to what black culture was.
I agree.
I
definitely agree with that. And that's the reason why I think Harlem Nights would work today. Only because you're looking at that time, that period of time from a comedic perspective. Usually movies that are shot in that time is always about what we went through, the oppression we faced, da-da-da. But we take a time, a moment in time that's often looked at as like, we got the shit in and a stick. You throw a comedic twist to it, you gain more understanding.
Which is also one of the reasons why Black Panther was such an important movie. Like, because at the end of the day, as likable as the characters of Rich Pryor and Eddie Murphy was in this movie, as Sugar Ray and as Quick, they were still doing illegal activity. Like it was illegal what they were running. They were still
there are no good guys in this movie at all.
There's no good guys.
But that's what I mean. Like when you're trying to
say everybody's criminal.
Right. But when you're trying to promote like a positive culture, as you say, movies such as Hidden Figures is a perfect example of that, where it's like it's one of those movies that like, and mind you, there is some historical wrongs in that movie,
inaccuracies for sure.
Oh, absolutely, because they even said that. They said we didn't really feel this prejudice, like they Hollywood that up, obviously,
of course,
but all those important figures of color, kind of going throughout the days. At the end of the day, the problem, in my opinion, with Harlem Nights is the fact that you're still portraying crime, and it's an image that they carve of a black person in general. It doesn't matter if it's male or female. It's oh hey yeah they're gonna find a way to make this work, but still out of exploitation. Is what it's going to wind up being. That's why a movie like Black Panther is so impressive to me. Because, hey, by the way, yes, we are smart. Yes, we can develop our own technology. Yes, we have a fantastic culture. And we have a celebrated culture that is reflected into today's society. So how you mentioned the 2008 housing crisis. Absolutely. That is huge, especially for someone like myself, who studied finance throughout his life and has always been interested in real estate. Finding a version of who references the modern black man and woman today, and while they still go through the same and similar struggles and still the same things, the movie The Hate You Give is a perfect example of that. We can also celebrate the achievements that everybody through here has kind of become. And it's something that really, it's something that when I look at Harlem Nights, it makes me laugh and it makes me feel good. But I also know that it's not real. Like it's a period piece for a reason. That's why I say when I talk,
like it was not good. Like it's
no, I did.
You feel like it didn't? That kind of thing couldn't happen? Or?
No, in the 1910s, I believe that could have happened. But what I'm saying is that the image that they still portrayed of themselves. Like that's something that I don't think should be something that's kind of
highlighted.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's a perfect word for it. That should be highlighted. Outsmart the man, but do it fair. Do it fair and square. Do it because you're actually smart. Do it because you actually know the system and that you're more intelligent. Pursuit of Happiness is a perfect example of that.
So you rather see something like a plot like Inside Man? Remember how Denzel kind of
okay. If we're talking strictly about the Denzel,
hold on. Here we go. Oh shit!
If we're talking about, he was coming up around that time too.
Hold on. On that, in a sense, yes, because I will say this about Spike Lee: his portrayal of the modern black man today is, I feel, pretty noteworthy. something that people should look at and say, that's how my character should be represented.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be represented as this person. You know, I'm this instead.
Right.
You know, that's what I mean by that.
Okay, Danger, I hear you.
Well, let's get into takeaways, man. Twice Daniels as our guest of the show. Who is getting your That Guy award?
That guy. Well, second place to that guy, Mr. J.
Thank you, sir. Hey.
I'm gonna have to go with. Man, there's a few. Can I go with the lady?
Well, that
Well,
guy.
that's going to be that chick. award.
That guy.
But I be calling. Hey, I call girls like, bro, relax. So, like, bro, chill out.
All right. Okay.
It gotta go with Sunshine. It's without
After That Guy award?
Well, she was she was the one that made it all come together. Without her, nobody was walking away with the
That's
bag.
the first time we've had a chick as the That Guy award.
There you go.
She was
breaking new barriers here.
Who else was going to get him? Because what'd he say? I usually don't like colored girls, but this one, nobody else was going to get him.
He does make a strong point. If Sunshine didn't do what she did,
Nobody else.
Benny would have. Not Benny. What was his name again? Shit.
See, this is what happens when we talk too long.
We have been drinking. Okay. Fuck it. All right. Sunshine. Okay.
With oh my God, I know
It's fine. We'll call him Benny.
Richie. There we go.
Richie.
Richie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that does make sense. If Sunshine didn't give it Richie, that's how you know what's
So, would you also call her that Your Girl award? That girl,
chick award.
That chick award?
Oh, that's going with Delorean. I mean, she told.
Look at this.
She told.
Eddie?
No, what's the mob boss name again?
Calhoun.
Calhoun.
Yes, she had. You're right.
Gassed him all the way
You're
up.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, come here. He's there. I don't want him to kill me. She said it like 3 times. Really made him convinced. She walked in there with her cane and stuff.
Gave her his number.
Everything.
If you need something, holla at me. Yeah, you're right.
Because they wouldn't have went over there without her. And then they would have kept looking for him.
That full award.
The fool.
See, I feel there's more fools than
There's a couple. The fool, Mr. Snaggle. Mr. Snaggle.
Just what the fuck you want to tell me? Just what the fuck you want to tell me?
Because he spoke his bad luck into existence.
He 100% did.
He said,
He 100% did. I'll give you that.
And then he was like, oh damn, you do got bad luck with kids after he got his head blew off by a kid.
You know what? And the side note, he goes, he's talking to Young Queen. He goes, "Where's your mom and daddy at? They dead. Like,
Did you kill him?
Like, did you kill him?" Love that part. All right,
He's like, I wouldn't trust him. Hell no.
cut that out. What are you cutting out?
I'm cutting out. Or how about this?
If you have nothing to cut out, you ain't gonna cut out none. If you have nothing,
We thinking twice. No, I might add something. Harlem Nights. Every scene is at the night. In night. There's not one daylight scene.
There's no daylight scene in this movie.
Well,
Can we put one?
If you really think about it,
can we put one daylight scene in there?
Hold on, let me think about this. Because
There's not one daylight scene.
After, I mean,
Tell
technically,
me.
well, when they got out of jail, I believe it's daylight. I believe it's daylight at
and
the
then
time.
also
are
when the club is
absolutely
bombed, you're seeing daylight coming in through the roof.
Right, yeah,
You
but
are-
the only time you get actual sunlight is when he
You are
back out of jail.
absolutely right. So
But a good
I can't-
99% of the movie is
I
at night.
can't-
You're right.
I can't cut anything out. Oh man,
Iconic scene.
iconic. Oh man, we hit it on the head when the pinky toe get blown off.
Yeah.
that's the money winner. That's the one when you're a kid and you watch that movie. That's the one scene you remember when you're a
That's
kid.
what sticks with you.
Yeah,
100%.
for every time, no matter what.
Danger Neff, That Guy worked.
See, I struggled. This is probably the one I struggle with the most. I'm actually going to go with up until his ending, Buddy Calhoun, because he, in a lot of ways, he was menacing. Look, he's a big guy, like he's a big guy. I'm a big guy, and he was menacing in a lot of ways. And even though he was foiled by his own plans, because he honestly could not believe that he actually could have been outsmarted, he was a very, very real threat to the point that they wanted to pull the plug almost immediately when his presence was felt. Mm-hmm. Literally, within 20 minutes of the movie, they were talking about leaving Harlem already. Yeah. So it's one of those things that's right. So it's one of those things where it's that shows the level of respect that he commands throughout the entire movie. And yes, he gets his comeuppance, but you need a good villain.
That chick award.
It's either Della, Reese.
Vera.
It's easy because Vera is the heart and soul in this movie in so many ways. It is also an absolutely horrific character. I would not want to be associated with her.
How many times did she say "kiss my ass" in the movie?
At least 12. At least 12.
Did y'all hear her say "kiss my ass" when the kid Quick walked in?
Right.
Kiss my ass, Quick.
No, she was talking to somebody else.
Oh no, real quick. One of my favorite parts is between her and Red Fox, and Benny, why the hell would you have this orange juice in there? Oh, swallow. Well, swallow it. Shut the fuck up. I died.
Why would you have a swallow of? Yeah,
well, swallow it. Shut the fuck up. You stupid motherfucker.
Hey,
you fat bitch.
I'd be mad too. I seen that much juice in there,
bro. That's literally like a cum shot of juice. Seriously. All right.
Great analogy.
This full award.
It's gonna go to Richie because shout out to my. Shout out to no, I'm calling him out at this point because I've been drinking. Shout out to Ricky, who I used to work with as an EMT, because I got stories with you. And anyways, because I know you're a lonely heart, and Richie, even though he has a wife and a daughter, is definitely a lonely heart. So yes. This one's for you, Ricky.
Cut that out.
It's gonna be the Arsenio Hall.
What?
It's funny, but at the same time, it does nothing whatsoever. And I love Arsenio Hall. But it did nothing for me. It felt like
that's whole scene.
Yeah.
Iconic scene.
Iconic scene will definitely be the pinky toe scene.
The pinky.
Leading up from the actual conversation, going into the walk, going into the fight itself, and then her exiting out with the ambulance. It's perfection.
Yes.
It's perfect comedy.
Yes, totally.
And my guy Jay Alonzo, who's your That Guy Award.
I'm gonna skip y'all, man. That Guy Award, I'm gonna give it to Quick. I'm gonna give it to Quick because he is basically the muscle. He is literally Sugar Ray's son.
You know what? When they introduced the cop. Cantone to Quick. Did you notice how Quick was in front of Sugar Ray?
Yeah.
His shoulder was
He plays that role. He plays that son role. Listen.
It was
this is my pops. But you're talking to me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because that whole exchange where he goes, they call me Quick. Oh, quick to
whoop your ass.
Yeah, quick to whoop your ass. Or quick to get your ass whooped. Quick. No.
He said, the last time that happened,
I got mine. I was.
He was like, what, 1911? No, he said, oh, I was born, and I'm still looking for him.
Yeah, that was when the doctor slapped her. Yeah, and I'm still looking for him.
It's like, good. Damn, you ain't.
But yeah, Eddie Murphy as Quick definitely showcases that muscle with comedy, obviously, but you could definitely tell that he's there to play his part, not just as the son to Sugar Ray, but more so as
the predecessor.
And God forbid the day that Sugar Ray leaves us, Quick is lined up to take over what's going on. He makes sure his pop's legacy lives on. Yes. So for that, I love how he portrayed that character.
Nice.
Who's your gainer that Chick Award?
Vera, hands down, Vera. Easy. Kiss my ass, Quick. Like you.
That was her favorite.
Now I seen Harlem Nights first. Now after Harlem Nights, Della Reese played Martin Lawrence's mom in The Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Right.
And she was tripping in. But to see her touched by an angel and then revert back to Harlem, I was like, what? All this foulness coming out your mouth?
I know. It made me feel so uncomfortable. But at the same time, I'm like, yes! That's what I was waiting for.
I was like, oh my God.
Did you notice, when only one person kissed her ass when she said kiss her ass?
Was Benny.
Benny.
No.
Who was it?
Sugar.
You're right. Sugar does
Sugar.
do it.
And when he did, what she say? Stop. So she had him stop, and Bet was like low key begging him to stop after she said, "Kiss my ass" the whole time.
Kiss my ass, Sugar.
And he said, "Oh, stop."
All right.
It was crazy. So what do you want?
Where we at?
That full award.
Full award. All right, that full award's a double whammy. I'm going to give it to both Bugsy Calhoun and Phil Cantone. The reason why is because, like you, I do agree, Bugsy Calhoun gives off that menacing vibe. Hands down. But he's a fucking idiot because he's not seeing what's being played. You can't see yourself being played from a mile away.
Right, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like
that's because he's never been challenged.
Right. Now going back to and Phil Cantone gets the same full award only because you're going back to Calhoun giving off these bullshit ass theories that they're gonna do certain things and under your nose they're not doing none of this shit. So he literally made you go and drop 500 bands on somebody that you knew wouldn't win.
Right.
No, you throwing away money.
You throwing away money, and then when you figure out you've been had, it's like, okay, let's go deal with it. And then you go over there, and then you get blown up. Fuck out of here. No. And like I said, Bugsy Calhoun, great character, fucking idiot though.
Right. Cut that out.
I'm going to agree with you that Tommy Smalls, Arsenio Hall whole storyline could just go. It does nothing. Mind you, it's funny as shit. It just does nothing for the story.
Right. It's so left field.
Yeah, it just does nothing for the story.
It's funny.
It's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Even a little bit we get of Tommy Ford playing Tommy Smalls, it just does nothing for the story because he has all of 6 lines and then he's dead. And then when
20 words.
Right, then Arsenio shows up as his brother and then that whole little get down, that's funny. But it just does nothing for the story. It's just literally to have Arsenio Hall cameo.
Right. And iconic scene.
Iconic scene would easily be the Vera versus Quick fight.
Easily.
Because when you think Harlem Nights, for me, when you think Harlem Nights, you immediately go back to that fight.
Yes.
It's one of those things that just sticks with you when it comes to this movie. So, yeah, that's it for me, man. So, quick hits. Let's bang out some quick hits before we call it a day. Quick hits. Eddie Murphy once said that the jokes and camaraderie between him, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Robin Harris, and Della Reese behind the scenes was much funnier than anything that was in the film. Which I believe.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it also.
Facts.
Easy.
Yeah, you're on set just cracking jokes all day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is the final cinema movie of Red Fox.
Right.
May he rest in peace. Real quick, has he done any other movies? I'm sure he has, but I can think of nothing he's been in.
I don't know.
Nope.
Except Harlem Nights.
And Sanford and Sons.
Yeah, but that wasn't a TV show, but all right.
Wow.
Reportedly, Richard Pryor once said of the film's development and pre-production period that the potential had guys in Hollywood putting money down on new Porsches and vacation homes.
Ooh.
All right. Despite its harsh critiques by film critics, it has become a cult classic over the years due to its humor and dialogue.
Okay. I got another one for you.
Go ahead.
Man, I wish I asked this in 2-minute drill. What was the only award that they received? Or the award nomination that they received?
It got an Oscar nomination for Best Costumes.
Oh.
Best costume design.
I can see that.
Yep.
I can see that.
Uh-huh. I'm like, damn. Only one. By his own admission, Eddie Murphy felt that he didn't dedicate enough thought or care to directing of his debut. He was more concerned at the time with figuring out where the next party was going to be. So go back to what I'm saying. If he put more time and effort to this movie, this could have been an Academy Award nominated film if it was done right.
Right.
And you had the ball in your court where it could have been done right.
Yep. He could have.
Fuck and its various derivatives are spoken 133 times.
133 times.
133 times.
Wow.
When the film opened at the AMC Americana 8 in Southfield, Michigan, on the border of Detroit, a patron shot and wounded 2 people inside the theater before being killed by police officers in the parking lot.
Wow.
The theater then installed permanent metal detectors.
Wow. That's sad.
Wow.
And I kind of read some of that article.
Mm-hmm.
They said that the movie kind of, I don't want to say progressed or promoted violence, but that was the same year, like I said, Lethal Weapon dropped.
Right. Lethal Weapon would drop. Die Hard came out the year before. You had all the Arnold movies come out.
Yeah, so violence was
Predator,
just part of culture at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a part of culture at this point.
One of
my best movies I ever came out with.
All right, and last but not least, Eddie Murphy and the movie combined received two Golden Raspberry Awards nominations for Worst Director and Worst Screenplay, with Murphy winning for the latter.
Did you guys hear the movie in Life when they was in a fight scene in Life? He said, "You hit like a bitch named Delorean."
Oh yeah, he says, "Go mouth." I know, old bitch named Della. They hit harder than you.
Yeah.
A direct connection to Harlem Nights.
Now
actually.
that's a question. Now, do you think he connects all his movies like that?
I can't say all.
Because there's some people that do that. Some movies.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Some people do that. Like, with the Marvel, Stan always shows up in every movie.
Yeah, but that particular line though from Life, like, oh yeah, that's direct connection to
Hobbit.
Direct connection to Harlem Nights, absolutely. Man, this has been too much goddamn fun.
We can do it
man.
all day, man.
Yep.
Yo, shout out to my man Twice Daniels. Came through with the bottle of whiskey and apple juice, which, by the way, I didn't know until today was an excellent combination.
Excellent
really is.
combination.
Let the people know where they can find you, bro.
And you can all you gotta do is type in Twice Talk in Google. I'll pop right up, man. Every Thursdays at 5 p.m. Sometimes it's 6. My engineer be running late. I might be running late. You never know. But Thursdays at 5, we running Twice Talk. We teaching the world how to bring back values to the things that are timeless. Yeah, man. And I'm very available, man. Just Google Twice Talk and you can find me, man.
Cool. Danger Neff, where can they find you?
You can always find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as David Danger Neff. I'm the co-host here at Back to the Classics, as well as Reel It Back. I'm the official accountant for Beat Network Online, and maybe the face. No, I'm just kidding. I'm definitely not the face.
Accountant and face?
Oh, yeah. All of it. I put on so many hats, I need a second head.
I'm all in.
But we love doing this thing. This is a lot of fun. This studio is a lot of fun. And we definitely want to give a shout out to Mr. Daniels. It was an absolute pleasure to do this for you. And yeah, you can always catch me on all of those. My guy, Jay Lonzo. Where can they find you?
You're over to sound kind of saucy right now. I like it.
A little saucy.
You sound kind of saucy.
A little saucy. See, this is why this is why you gotta keep the bottle away.
Woo, Lord. You can find me on all the social media simply at I am Jay Alonzo. That's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. You talk to me and I'll talk back. Of course, the Back to the Classic group, which we are live streaming from right now. So shout out to everybody who tuned in for that. Appreciate you guys. Also on the Instagram page at BTTC Podcast. Jump in and join the conversation. Once again, shout out to my guy, Twice Daniels. Family amongst no other. Bruh, good looking out for coming through today, man. This has been too much fun, bruh.
I appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime, man.
And we definitely can't make the next one be as long. It's been like a year and some change since the last time we got the show.
We gotta get you back later.
Anytime, man. I love it here. Y'all make me feel so welcome. And y'all make everybody in the world keep thinking twice, man. So shit. Why
shit. Keep thinking twice. Keep hopping in the DeLorean. Let's go. Let's take a ride somewhere, man. And as long as we have these movies, God damn it, we're going to talk about it no matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But above all else, thank everybody for tuning into our first full live stream.
Yeah.
Which was supposed to be just a quick preview, but we did the whole thing. So thank y'all for that. Appreciate that. And besides that, we'll be back next week with a whole another ride in the DeLorean and, Oscar show. Are we doing the Oscar show?
Oh, yes.
Later.
What do you mean? What are you asking for?
We're doing the Oscar show.
Bruh, don't ask.
No,
we got the later this month once the wins come in.
Yes. So we'll be doing a live stream of the Oscar show, getting our reactions.
Yes.
Our predictions.
Have to.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. With that being said, It has been an absolute pleasure. Once again, I want to thank our special guest, Twice Daniels or Twice Talk. Check in this show. It's beautiful music. Check it out. You'll love it. Shout out to everybody over at Over the Top LV. Shout out to the whole Beat Network family. This is Back to the Classics. I am Jay Alonzo with my boy.
I'm Danger Neff.
We out this thing. See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Love.